What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Patriot Specialized. Creeping up the list of probably the coolest stuff I've ever hauled. We're gonna go hunt for Ewoks. I really wish I had like a Darth Vader or a Stormtrooper helmet I could put on while I was going to deliveries.
Black smoke and white line, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all.
Oh man.
It's all way of life.
That grease on my pants. Dang it.
Giddy up gone, boys. 18 wheels on the concrete.
It's supposed to be like that. But the longer you look at this thing, the worse it gets. Like,
if you're out here riding with me, come on back and make some noise. We're the last of the cowboys.
Today's episode is Wednesday. Got that AMPV delivered this morning. Pulled into Anniston about 7:30 this morning. Pulled into the Army Depot. But man, yesterday was a nice. Yesterday was kind of smooth. I didn't plan on making delivery anyways, so I just kind of took it easy, and I stopped in Knoxville and got the truck washed. And I'm telling you, man, this is just my luck right here. I pulled into the truck wash as I'm sitting in line. It's a beautiful sky, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful day, 65 degrees, everything was perfect. I pulled in the bay, got the truck washed. I'm coming out of the bay, and this literally as I pulled out of the bay, the sky just turned dark, and then we went immediately into a hail situation and had rain for the rest of the day. I just got the truck washed 20 minutes ago. So that was that. Ghost was actually clean for for about 20 minutes there. And then of course with all that rain yesterday afternoon, I mean it rained all the way to down to Gadsden. I stayed in Gadsden last night, and it rained all the way from Knoxville to Gadsden. I don't know. I looked, and it said that there was a possible thunderstorm, which sometimes it rains, sometimes it doesn't when it calls for that. But unfortunately, yesterday it did. So Ghost was clean for about 20 minutes, and you know that's pretty standard, I think. That wasn't a good money. I mean, Ghost is still pretty clean. Held up pretty good through that, but we got that thing. We got the AMPV delivered. Got in there about 7:30 this morning. It was kind of cool. I must have got there at the perfect time because they were pretty much waiting on me. I got through security real fast. The escort that takes you back, he was waiting on me. He said, "You ready?" I said, "Let's go." So I get down to get back to where we do our deliveries, and their 4 guys immediately came out and started working on it. So it was went really good this morning. Now, I booked a load yesterday. Unfortunately, you heard me on the last episode. I was hoping there was going to be a haul down there in Anniston that I could take right back to York. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. There was two, but two of the guys that went down before me, that loaded first thing Monday morning and went down before me, they ended up picking them up. And so I didn't get the haul, but I did manage to find a wheel loader out of Jasper, Georgia, which is about 120 miles from where I was at, going right up to New Holland, Pennsylvania, which put me right there, back there by York. It's almost just as good, probably about the same money. So it's a little bit less, but it's about the same money. Unfortunately, this particular broker that I got this load from, they are a new broker, and the sad part in trucking right now is if you're trying to break into, and you're a legit business and you're trying to break into the broker market, you have a uphill climb. You have a very high uphill climb because there is so much fraud and so much money stealing, load stealing, freight stealing that's going on in the trucking industry because of all the immigrants that we allowed into the country. They created businesses and they're just doing all this fraudulent crap that, you know, they just brought habits from another country over to America. And unfortunately, that has led our legit companies to have to put some programs in place and some policies in place in order to protect ourselves from the fraud that's going on. And it is absolutely insane what is going on in this country with trucking right now. And hopefully we're going to figure this out and we'll get through it. And this won't be a thing anymore. And these legit brokers, the one that I'm working with now, I really think he's a good guy. The broker's legit himself. The brokerage is legit. He's just hasn't been in business long enough to get those credentials built and that history built for trucking companies to trust him. That's just the way it is. And he's working on it, and we're getting, and of course we're helping him right now. He had to make some adjustments on how he was taking care of me on this one in order to get it done, and he did, and he was super agreeable about it, and that's awesome. And it goes to show that he's legit and he's doing the right thing. And I'm really glad it worked out, but unfortunately I had to sit in Anniston because we didn't think it was going to work out. So I swung up to after I got empty, I swung up to the open parking lot up at the top of the hill and hung out there. I was looking for a load. Andrea was working on this, trying to make it happen. And kudos to Andrea, and I'm thankful for her because she stayed after it, stayed focused on it, and ended up getting it done to where we could still go get this load. This load it takes me right where I want to be, so I kind of prefer to do it rather than jump ship and look for another load. I did find a couple other loads that I could have done. They would not have worked out as good as this one. So that being said, we are on our way now over to picking up in Jasper, Georgia. This load is it's a high lift wheel loader. We are taking it up to New Holland, Pennsylvania. This thing comes in at about 43,000 pounds, 9 foot, I think it said it was 137 inches, so we're probably going to be, or no, I'm sorry, it was 117 inches. So we're like 9 foot 9 inches wide, 11 foot 3 inches tall, which will be legal on our trailer, so we will be under 13.6. And the 43,000, we're going to be a little bit heavy, but we're going to go ahead and run all 3 axles on the back. So I'm not as concerned about the positioning on it. But I'm going to try to get it positioned as good as I can. And we should be there, looking at about 24 minutes, we'll be there to pick up. So let's do this. They were going to move this thing outside for me. loader. Well, this is interesting. That building right there is the one that we're supposed to pick up at. But I don't see any kind of loader. Okay, well, let's go see if we can find it. All right, so there's our baby right there. We're gonna definitely have to take a height measurement on this thing. See how it turned. Man, forgot my gloves. All right, try this again now that we got our gloves. That is our baby down there. Got it pulled out. Brand new machine. These guys coat these things with a coating that protects them from all kinds of stuff. It's a pretty sweet setup. He told me a little bit about it while we were walking into get the wheel loader. I'm not sure we're gonna be wide. I think it might be legal width. Based on the look of it, we might end up being, not being wide, but let's get this thing loaded up. I think the hardest part's gonna be getting it centered up. Probably going to want to go back a little bit further. Yeah, we are a little wide. So, I think axle weight wise, I think we'll go ahead and move this thing back a little bit. We'll bring it back to where back another 2 foot or so. It should be in good shape then. We got tie downs right there. That'll work. Nice tie downs on the front. Articulation lock in the middle. Oh, those tie downs are a little tough to get to. See what we can do about that. They don't have any back here, so. Well, first things first, we'll go ahead and move it forward a little bit. We will have to climb back up there here in a minute and put turbo saver on, but yeah, we are in good shape. Let's get trailer hook back up and then we'll tie it down. All right, we are all set up. Got her loaded, chain down. Yeah. It's FedEx, guys. That thing's all electric. Can't even hear it. Loaded up, chain down. What we got? We ended up being a little bit oversized, so we're going to be using our permits. That is why right there. We're only sticking over about 2.5, 3 inches on each side. So we're way under what we permitted for, so that's good. But had to put signs flags on. One thing I do want to check and be sure of is this height on this thing. So let's check this out real quick. Move back here and see what the highest thing is. Looks like it's got some eyelets up on top. I would say this front eyelet's probably the highest one. We're a 13.6 right there. Dead on 13, dead on legal. Right at that eyelet. So we are good to go there. We're actually like 13.5.5, but I always go up to the next one. So we're 13.6, which is higher than I thought it would be. Oh, but I don't think they were anticipating them eyelets being up on top. And those stick up about 2 or 3 inches from what probably what the measurement was they gave us, which would be about right. Because I figured we'd end up being about 13.3. And if they're sticking up 2.5 inches, that puts us at 13.5.5. So we are good to go. Width is good. I do want to check the gauges, just out of curiosity. See what I have on the back gauge, just in case. Just in case the weight wasn't right. But based on how the trailer's standing, I think it's right. Let's go take a look. A little helo on the pad over there. A little airplane just took off. Let's take a peek at these gauges. What do we got here? There's our gauge. Right on 40. Just say 42 to be safe. And there's our tag over there. And 39 is 13,000. 46 is 15,000. So we're sitting at about 13,500 per axle. It's 13, 27, 40. That's going to be perfect because I permitted for 46,000 on the trailer and 40,000 on the truck. Let's see what our truck gauge says. That's our gauge right there. Yesterday when I scaled, I was right at 40,000 on the trailer, and my gauge was sitting at like 75. And right now it's sitting at about 60. So we are in good shape there too. So let's get this thing out of here and get it delivered. We're gonna try to get this thing delivered late afternoon tomorrow, or late morning, early afternoon tomorrow. It's about a 700-mile run. It is about 2 o'clock now. We'll be able to run another 6 hours. Yeah, it's gonna be early afternoon. Here we go.